Welcome to the Tarp Report with Sam and Jess. When I check out, I check out.
You check the fuck out. You're like a child.
Why won't anybody book me?
Oh my God, I'm so
Why won't anybody book me?
I
send out the emails. Please book me. And nobody will book me.
Everything to be easy. And everything is so hard.
It's the best clip we've ever posted. And I cannot wait to see what happens.
Well, you know what? I've gotten so far nothing but positive feedback.
Yeah, especially from people that matter.
Yeah.
Not that whoever.
No, it's just that, people who are not even like just bookers from who I don't even know, not even associated with this scene.
Yeah.
Who are like, oh no, I've been in that same situation.
Yeah.
Like that's happened to me. And so, it was kind of nice. It was a lesson for me because I'm really, I have a hard time standing in my like truth and genuinely feeling what I feel and saying what I say. And I'd rather just kind of be like, oh, I'll just think something and then, let it go away. But there is something to
It felt like,
talking.
Honestly, my headphones. What's up with my headphones?
Is Sam can we, you're not on today.
Is that what Eminem says? Oh, there you go. Now I'm back.
Hold on.
Was my mic off?
I think I plugged it. I kind of want to. No, it's because I usually have you in channel 2, so that's going to be confusing.
Oh.
Should we start over?
No.
Okay, good. I didn't want to start over.
Me neither.
Okay. But yeah, I felt like that rant that you went on right out the gate was terrifying because I just wasn't ready for it. It's never happened before.
No,
But was also, in the end, extremely refreshing.
Right.
Yeah. And as I look back, and also that clip that you edited so well.
Thanks.
And of all the episodes for me to like watch.
Right. That's hilarious.
And that's the one I sat there. And the way I do it is I don't watch the whole thing. Like I listen to most of it. And I play like a little video game and I just wait until something, I'm like, that's a piece of like something interesting. And it was weird because like I was self-conscious because I was like, I don't want Jess to think that I just watched the first 5 minutes and chose those 3 clips. But really, like, I think I cut out 5 clips and 3 of them were from the first
I didn't notice that.
5 minutes.
No, you're being too critical. Yeah, I didn't notice that.
I was like, this is amazing.
But then you watch the rest of it.
Yeah. Well, I listened to most of it. Yeah. And it was okay. Listen. And I've gotten feedback. Our friend Forrest Embers said that it's one of her favorite episodes.
Yeah.
And there was like, I think we should talk about it. Like, so I've apologized to Jess for my lack of attention.
Yes.
And
I appreciate.
Yeah. And that me and Jess had a conversation yesterday where we both agreed, and Trey, you can be privy to this too, is it basically me and Trey said, if this podcast ever like starts wrecking our friendship,
right,
then it's the podcast that's going to go, not the friendship. But me and Jess are nowhere near that moment, and that we're also okay with having conflict, and it probably makes for a better
well, that podcast. I was nervous because like I know that like I'm like, we're bickering, like it's happening. And I'm just like, are other people going to see it? And then if they are, what are they going to say? But people are actually excited for it. Mm-hmm. They're just like, ooh, is this, they're placing bets when one of us will snap, when this will be the end.
Which is why I would like to say that I think Big Brother's fucking stupid as shit.
How dare you? Okay, I'm done. I am done.
No,
how do you feel about the N-word?
Oh God, can we not? I'm doing that thing where I'm looking at the camera and I'm raising one finger. This is not going to go the way you think it is. We're getting along today.
Yeah, it's happening.
Yeah.
I'm fucking forcing it.
I gave Jess a hug.
Mm-hmm. You did. It was very uncomfortable.
Do you really not like hugs?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my
But I'm always sweating. I'm always, Trey, you can attest to this. I mean, like I always have to like go under because I don't want, like, I can't go up.
You're not going to go over me.
Right, I know, but so just whatever.
I'll sweat. Like I'll take a shower and get in my car. Well, not anymore. But like I used to like sweat so much. Like I would take a shower, get dressed, look in the mirror, and I would already have pit stains. Like
it's a sad way to go about it.
It's not.
I feel like it's like
it's a bummer.
I feel like it's just like learning your body. Like sometimes like Head and Shoulders will work for a couple months, and then it just won't.
Or like shampoo.
I wouldn't use I wouldn't use the shampoo.
I like it.
So my friend got. Armpits? Oh, we should get.
No, not for my armpits, but like for example, like Old Spice, like after like a couple, like
it will stop working.
Sticks, it won't work. I gotta go to
something. Your body gets immune to it.
I think so.
What were you gonna say? We need to get what?
Oh, I was gonna say my barber Steph. Speaking of Head and Shoulders, I went and got my hair cut.
Use it on you,
and I told Steph no.
It looks great.
This is from the pool. This is from the pool. I was in a pool yesterday.
You don't wear a swim cap?
No, and I don't shower after I get out of the pool.
I've never seen a man.
But pools are free baths.
I've never seen a man swim with a swim cap before.
Professional swimmers.
In public.
Can we go back to the part where Sam just said that a pool is a public bath?
No, I just said that pools are free baths.
Your house list is showing again.
You know what? Listen, I used to jump into the bay. A pool is a step up for me.
On Big Brother last night, the hot tub got really disgusting because nobody showered before they got into the hot tub, and then just all of their human got in the hot tub, and it was like murky and disgusting. It was not good.
You're gonna make yourself barf. And it's not gonna be my fault.
No, it'd be Big Brother because it's awful.
Weird how if I bring up disgusting stuff, you're like, bleh. But then
because I don't like thinking of, because you want to go into. I just said that people put their body stuff in water. You can go to wherever in your imagination you want to go. You get specific and you start telling me what your feces smelled like, what it looked like, how long it took to flush, how many flushes it took, how much toilet paper it took. These are not like, so there is nothing for the imagination.
Yeah. I'm just going to sit with that truth. It's
because you're such a good storyteller.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah, there we go.
I spin such a fabulous yarn.
Yeah.
That when I do get on the topic of bodily functions.
It just so happens that you make it so, you paint such a real
as
picture.
long as we spin this into the pro column for me.
See? Look, we're not mad at each other.
But what I was going to say, so my barber, Steph, who's a really good friend of mine and is a big fan of the podcast too. So shout out, Steph. And also talk shit to me on my live streams about how I need a haircut. And that's how I know when it's time for a haircut. By the way, I haven't shaved in like 2 weeks, but I'm shaving tomorrow. So this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
I told Steph.
That's impressive.
I don't do it as much as I used to, but I used to just get like 1 squirt of shampoo and 1 squirt of conditioner and just mix it and then put that in my hair. And I'd be like, 2 for 1, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then Steph was like, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
When I listen to her.
But you no longer. What do you use? What kind of shampoo do you use?
So first off, I don't shampoo my hair every time I take a shower.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, because some of those oils are like good.
Yeah, but
like I shampoo my hair probably once a week.
I don't know. You're white, I guess. Because like
I guess
I get oily.
No, he definitely.
Like,
he's like super white, dude. Yeah. Like it's like oily no hair. Question.
Yeah.
Oily hair. I get you like the day after I don't shower, like my hair is like so much more.
Wait, what kind of hair do you have? I thought you had just like.
I'm just black and Mexican. I didn't shower this morning, but it's just.
I've never seen. I think that's the first time I've seen you without a hat.
I've never seen your skull before.
Whoa,
dude, you got nice hair, dude. Why are you a hat guy? What happened?
It's not the hair; it's the face.
Did a bird poop on your head, and you're like, never again?
No, I started wearing hats because like the first time I came here, I couldn't find a barber And I was like, I would rather just spend $40.
Oh, wait, I think you did tell us this.
And then afterwards, like with the camera stuff, like I just started wearing them because like the light.
Oh, that's really smart. That makes sense.
So, but
in the Big Brother house, they wear glasses.
Because see, I would never wear.
I'm so sorry.
I would never wear a hat on stage, but you're not trying to be seen.
So when I have
he's actually smart.
When I have my head down and my black hoodie and my black pants,
you can't even get those lights. That's perfect because also it distracts less from the performer that you're filming.
So I went to. All I do is just go to Walmart. I'll buy the 4-packs.
Yeah.
Black T-shirts, and then some
we
nice
should
pants.
see actually.
Like getting the Tarp Report uniform.
That'd be sick.
Just a black T-shirt.
We could have merch, I guess.
We need at least like a sticker, like especially if we do shows together.
Put them together.
We can see.
We're doing a show together on Thursday.
We're doing a show together tomorrow too.
Yeah.
So.
Bella.
Why haven't you guys done that? Yeah, like
I just
sticker slap
because I'm
on the damn to-do list.
I'm see, I don't know what your workload versus my workload and how much each of us work, but I know that you have a regular job still, and I don't.
A regular people job.
Yeah, I've been jammed up, and a lot of times, what stops me from this is going to be quite the shift here in topics. But like what stops me from working on stuff is my mood.
Yeah.
Where when and I think you can be the same way where it's like, I'm not doing anything right now and I'm not going to do anything right now, but I'm going to lay and feel guilty about the things that I'm not doing.
I'm going to think about them.
Yeah.
I can relate to that so much. The past couple of days, like I'll literally, I don't know why, like I'll wake up like at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Can't go back to sleep. And then I'll just be laying there like, dang, like I have energy right now.
Yeah.
I can go do this, I can go do that, but I'm not.
Yeah.
And it sucks. And if it's daytime, like if it's past like 1 p.m., yeah, I'm gonna do something. But like usually if I wake up early or something, I'll just be laying there like
yeah.
I got so much moves to make and they're not making themselves.
Yeah. Crippled with anxiety.
Yeah, I'm seeing a shrink later today. My shrink is moving in October. And so like we basically have like an end date. I think I have
because you don't want to do remote.
No. It doesn't work for me because I get distracted. But what the move is for me is to work hard when I'm working and to not work when I'm not working. I was able to do that yesterday.
Not work.
Yeah. Because I was worried about the podcast, the Sunday night, but also like anytime I did really well because anytime I was like, oh man, I pissed off Jess. I wonder what's going to happen. Like anytime I had those feelings, I had to realize like, all right, you explained what you did wrong and you apologized. And then, there's nothing else you can do right now.
Right.
And I left it alone. And that was fucking rad.
That is, because you are somebody who, well, two things. You are somebody who, like when something happens, you recognize it, you see it, and you want to fix it. And then I'm more of like, I need just like a minute. I need to like process and like, but I also wasn't pissed at you. Yeah. Like my feelings were hurt. I felt embarrassed. Yeah. That's, and like, that's what I, and like, I don't want you to, I wasn't mad at you. It was frustrating. I was getting frustrated, but like, it was just because my feelings were hurt. Well, I'm just saying that. So like, people don't think that I was like mad at you when, from the podcast. Cause it wasn't an angry thing.
Those feelings though, and that gulf between the way me and you handle stuff, we are different in that way. Yes. But that thing about the working hard and then feeling guilty and how the podcast comes into that and like where does it reside in my order of operations for what I need to do every day.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for me, it's somewhere in like below the 50% line. So it's like booking and promotion and then podcast.
Right.
But what I'm realizing right now is that right now it's moved up a little bit. Just partly because I'm booked into, like, I'm booking January and February right now.
Nice.
And
so you have some room.
And the thing is, what's
you have some
interesting,
bandwidth.
well, here's the thing. The interesting about like promotion and content is that this podcast can be both, right? So when I'm putting clips out, it's I'm not just promoting the podcast. I'm also promoting myself,
right?
And that's what I'm learning. So it should be interesting moving forward to see like how much I can get done while also being like, because I think that's what I'm trying to say is that there's times where I'm like, I could work on the podcast or I could take a break. And I was choosing break a lot because that was about my only break. And then when I'm on tour though, it's a mess. Like I it's so hard for me to do stuff. I definitely can't record episodes, because I can't get here. Like I don't want to do it remote. Like I have a hard enough paying attention. Oh my God,
can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Yikes. But anyway, I just think it's dope that I do feel like that episode, to tie it all together, that episode yesterday, not yesterday, well, the one that came out yesterday, episode 27, really felt like if we make it, it was like a pinch point. And if we make it through that and keep going, then the podcast is on like much more stable footing and our relationship is on better footing because we had that hard conversation about like conflict and like what that means to like disagree with each other.
Right. So. Well, and I think that, we sit here and go through shit for an hour and like, it's not, for the faint of heart.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot.
Yeah.
And like neither of us, like, because I was thinking about it too, like, and I know you've talked about it, but you don't work with anyone in your regular life. And I don't really, I mean, I have a boss, but like, I literally keep my door closed and stay in my office. Yeah. Like Chandler is the only person who I like, talk to at work.
Chandler's great.
Yeah. And so, we're both learning how to work with someone else and what it means to like collaborate and like, do it together.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's fine.
Anyway, that's it, guys. That's episode 28. Wait, no, I'm just playing.
We're done. That's the final episode.
I wrote this down, and I don't know if we're ready to transition yet into Terrify Sam.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I am terrified of global warming.
I am too. I mean, it's 175 degrees in this room alone.
Yeah, as a fat man,
it's not that hot though.
It is so stinking hot. Are you kidding?
Like I still wear sweaters at night. Like it's still Do
you mean like it's? Are you talking about?
Do you have
like,
AC?
No.
Trey, are you talking about like in Washington State right now? It's not that hot.
Or do you mean in
general?
I'm talking like hot is hot in general. It's like 86.
It was 102 yesterday.
Oh, I didn't really notice.
Yeah. It is.
But there is wind. There is wind here. There is wind here and stuff too. I'm not used to that.
You're not used to wind?
No, in Arizona or Texas, it'll be 123 degrees, and you'll just be there.
You mean with humidity?
No, humidity, just 123 degrees, 118 degrees.
But no wind?
I thought that you meant they don't have wind at all.
No, so there's no, it's not the same.
Could you imagine experiencing wind for the first time?
What is that? What is that? What is that? Oh my God.
But no, it is hot. It is a little hot. I like it though.
This terror for me started, I think it was not last summer, but the summer before when it hit like 105 in Puget Sound or whatever.
Okay.
And I was doing comedy in Forks, Washington. I did a Christmas party in Forks, and I drove out on 101 down, there's Western red cedars, which are like and all of the cedar trees that were close to the road were burnt. They had the heat from the road had cooked these trees. And that's something that I had never seen and that nobody around here had ever seen. And it's because it's never like, even if it hits like 90 here out on the coast, like anytime it gets over 80 is very, very rare because there's that onshore flow, that water coming off the ocean. That was scary. And then this stuff about the ocean, the Atlantic heating up and then having an El Nino right now.
Yeah.
Like, and what's going to happen this winter is like, it's really spooky.
What do you think? What are they saying is going to happen this winter?
So usually with El Nino, the jet stream will go up. And so for us, that means a lot of times.
Hold on. Okay. Let's dumb it down a little bit. Like for the people in the audience who not me, remember what El Nino is?
El Nino is a warming of the Pacific,
right?
Basically. So when the Pacific gets warm, it changes the path of the jet stream. And there's El Nino and there's La Nina, which is the opposite, which the jet stream gets colder.
Okay.
And so El Nino a lot of times means warmer, wetter winters for us. And colder winters for other parts of the country a lot of times because the jet stream swings up and it sucks, and then it sucks down. I'm not doing this right.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm with you. I am El Nino.
Yeah. But so the thing is so we have El Nino, which is like the natural cycle of the oceans heating, and La Nina, which is the natural. But that is now matching up with the oceans being hotter because of global warming. And they're seeing it's like records every day. Like so they just found out, like NOAA and NASA just released this data that shows that this July is the hottest July ever recorded on Earth. So like the whole Earth, this is the hottest it's ever been.
I can attest to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's spooky. And anytime we enter, like they have computer models about what might happen and what might not happen. But either way, like we are in unprecedented times. And the fact that I brought children into the world to like watch this occur.
Whoopsie. Do you think about that though? Like that, like yes, you're like, I brought my children. Like I don't think I'm like, well, I mean, fuck it. I mean, I have to go through it. My kids can go through it too. Like, they're fine. They're strong.
I think that no matter what, like we don't know. Like the thing that gives me hope is that there are like solutions that they're talking about, like basically like carbon vacuums, and they talk about putting particulates into the atmosphere like volcanoes do. Like, have you ever heard about the Little Ice Age?
Is that a movie?
No. No, that was Ice Age. That was with the squirrel.
Then yes, I've seen them.
I read a great book about it. It was about a huge volcano erupted in the late 1800s, and it threw so much like ash and particulates into the atmosphere that it caused 5 years of cooling. Like it caused crop failures. Like it made things significantly colder because the ash was up in the upper atmosphere and blocked out the sunlight. It also made for beautiful sunrises and sunsets because when there's more crap in the atmosphere. So what they're talking about doing basically is by adding particulates into the atmosphere at like high levels is that we can literally like make less sun hit, like less sun would heat up the earth because the sunlight will hit that stuff and bounce out basically.
So like sunscreen.
Yeah.
Like a sunscreen.
It's weird how there's a country right now that makes it rain once a week. I don't know.
I'm sorry, what?
Once a week they make it rain.
Are we talking
like dollars?
DARPA, like weather modification stuff?
Once a week on their
Fuck you both, okay? That shit was hilarious. I said dollars, okay? No, the city makes it rain. Like, come on. Come on.
Listen, you can't be mad at me because when Trey says something, when Trey says there's a country that's modifying the weather, and then you make a joke, I'm not going to hear your joke because I want to know what country.
And I don't know. It's like, I don't think it's Dubai, but it's every week they make it rain. Like they control their podcast, like their clouds and stuff like that. So it's like there's technology out there that's doing that, and then
so there's been cloud seeding for a while where they use, I think it's silver iodine, and when there's already a chance it might rain, they can like drop this little crap, and it'll turn like a small rainstorm into a bigger rainstorm.
I'm just surprised they haven't done it for like.
See, I'm talking out of my ass. This is what I think.
No, there's a country that does it though.
Do you guys hear yourself? There's a country that can make it rain.
I don't know.
Like you
Trey,
make things like you can't make the weather.
I'm worried that you are on parts of the internet that might not be a great place.
I know that's for certain.
Yeah.
Like, this man has a very sketchy Google search history.
Yeah. Trey.
The United States of Arab Emirates. Cloud seeding.
That's not a real place.
No,
cloud seeding is also referred to.
Yeah, cloud seeding.
Yeah. In the United Arab Emirates.
Emirates. That's fine, though.
It's one of the first countries in the Persian Gulf to use cloud seeding technology.
Yeah, cloud seeding.
So you guys said that. Yeah. Why are you saying it to me? Like you guys said this.
You said we sounded crazy.
No, there's parts.
It does sound crazy.
Yeah, there's parts of it.
That's wild.
In my head, I was just like, if we can do that,
why do we have drought? I don't.
Why do we have global warming? Why is the trash why is the ocean so polluted? Why is there?
Let's talk about the aliens while we're at it.
No, I'm working on it though. So I want to finish this thought. So me thinking about solutions to global warming allow me to have those other thoughts. And I sit in them and then I try to move on. But Brittany has even a harder time with it. Like, it's just, I don't know. I think you don't feel that you're not scared.
I mean, I am scared of being shot.
Which could be a result of global warming.
Well, I'm just thinking of things that we can't really control, but like are scary. Like, I don't know. Like,
so let's say that, global warming, like we have crop failures, hunger,
right.
And then violence follows.
Yeah, of course.
That's
sounds like a party.
Yeah, that's actually the name of my new band is Crop Failure, Hunger, Violence.
Volume 1.
Looking forward to it.
No, I guess I don't. I'm definitely out of sight, out of mind. So I'm just like, I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah.
But you genuinely worry about it.
Yeah, because I go outside and I can see it because I stare right at the sun.
You shouldn't.
For hours until I piss my pants.
You should not stare directly into the sun.
Fine.
This is part of the problem, I think.
I like the party.
Yeah. No, I
did stare into the sun one time for a long time. I was really high, and I do not recommend it.
Did you watch the eclipse when it happened?
I looked at it a couple times.
Yeah.
But did that trick with that trick with your fingers?
Yeah.
If you hold your fingers like this, and then you can kind of peek at it.
That was such an exciting moment. That was such a fun time.
I wanted to go see it because in Salem, I think where was it in Oregon? There was a place where you could see the whole thing. But I was actually working that day. That was back when I was still working in the schools.
My regular job.
Yeah, back when I was a violence prevention specialist.
Yeah.
But anyway, I wanted to talk about it. I know people are scared. I'm scared.
It's I've heard it's an inconvenient truth.
It is an inconvenient truth. Some people would argue about whether it's true or not. And this is the other thing. Okay.
Okay.
This really bothers me. Okay. I'm going to use you, Trey. I'm going to ask you a question, okay?
Surprise.
If you wanted to know what combat was like in war, who would you ask?
My dad or a veteran.
Yeah, somebody who's in it, right? Now, if you wanted information about climate change, who would you ask?
A meteorologist?
Yeah, a scientist, right? This is the thing. Like, stop listening to politicians talk about this crap.
Oh.
Like, talk to people who know about this crap. Don't listen to politicians when they talk about what war's like. Like, don't listen to your uncle to find out about climate change. Don't look at memes. Don't, like, look at, because I'll tell you this, I know scientists and they're freaking weird. They're obsessed. Scientists are as weird about this shit as I am about comedy.
But they have to be, because, like, for me, like, for example, like, for you guys, comedy's English. Like, you write out sentences. Like, some people don't see words like that. Like, some people see numbers instead. You know what I mean? Like, they're weirdos. They are the weirdos. Amen. Or the nerds like us.
And I love them.
You know what I mean?
I'm not a nerd.
You're a weirdo.
I'm not a nerd.
You're weird.
Okay, first of all, you forgot what the letter E was.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah, I did do that one time. Why do you got to bring up old shit?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, and also it's hard to say how when things are spinning.
It was your...
There's people who don't know what episode we're talking about.
It was your concept.
It was. That was the dumbest joke I've ever heard.
It was so funny.
Where'd it go?
If you take a 3, a W, I can't remember.
And then if you turn it to the left, it's a W. If you turn it down, it's an M. And then if you turn it to the left, it's nothing at all. And then you told me an inconvenient truth.
So what do? You just, what do? We recycle. We wear sunscreen. I personally, something that I see that is concerning, I will say, I've seen on TikTok, and I don't know what the reasoning is, but I have seen like all these like whales and stuff, like pods of orcas and stuff like coming up and like
you're gonna see more.
Beaching themselves, you know.
This is a weird thing too, is that they really don't know. So in the oceans and these species, right, that they have a window of water temperature they can work with. And that's not just fish and whales. It's algae. It's microorganisms. It's coral. It's things without backbones. I can't invertebrate. All this stuff, right?
Me.
Yeah, Jess. There's going to be species that will go down, and there's also going to be species that go up. Yeah. And so, like, it's not going to be as simple as like everything's going to go extinct. Like, thankfully that's not going to happen. Like, but there are things that will go extinct, and then there's other things that will probably thrive in a way they weren't before. Right. A lot like raccoons and seagulls.
Yeah.
Have really like blown up. Those populations have blown up because
they're scavengers.
They're scavengers, Yeah. I love seagulls.
Raccoons.
There's like, have you seen them? There's a city like that's covered in crickets. Have you seen it?
Are they real crickets, or are they
real?
city
Like
made?
if you're driving on the road, it's just crickets everywhere. Like same thing.
You're just running over. Just dead crickets.
Yep.
Yeah, that shit's real.
I try not to...
yeah, like because there's like those places where like the crabs go to like migrate, and they're like Yeah.
I try not to focus on that stuff because
killing the crickets.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know. I feel like I have enough time to fulfill my purpose on this earth and just clock out.
Yeah, that is one thing that does calm me down. Is that eventually?
Yeah, you're almost done.
Yeah, I mean,
you're like
even with I know like my cholesterol is down. That's a little extreme.
90. Damn.
I'm 40. And I'm now. I did my cardio yesterday.
Nice. Yeah. What did you do? Just walking.
Yeah, I go up and down a hill.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you went to the gym or not.
I don't. I canceled my gym membership.
I thought you literally just went to the gym.
I wanted to, but I didn't because I was grumpy.
Oh, well, no, that sucks.
I was sad.
I'm sorry. Dang.
Yeah, I was like, now is not a
do that a lot. I'll be in the parking lot sometimes, and I'm like, man, fuck this. I'm going home.
I do that too.
Like
before our podcast?
No. Like
that's okay.
No.
That would require him to get here. I don't know.
Like I'd play because I'm always getting off work like at 4:45, which is like 15 minutes before the place closes, or I gotta show up. So it's like sometimes I'll be there. I'll be like, they're not gonna take me. Let me just drive off.
Yeah, you're over it. No, I get that. There are moments where when I'm down, I throw everything out the window.
Absolutely.
And so like I was going to go. And the other thing too is that I don't have enough money right now I moved some stuff around so I can pay Trey today. That's how it is. It's okay. I'm making
I could have paid Trey.
No, I'm gonna make a bunch of money this weekend. I'm not worried about it. I got shows Wednesday.
Well, I will
I'm doing, dude.
Jess is a supermodel across the country. Like she has money.
True,
I know.
Right. Yeah. Across the country.
Oh, supermodel. I do have to tell you something that I think you'll like.
I really would like to go back to the supermodel thing.
Yeah. Jess is a supermodel.
Sorry, go ahead. What were you going to say before you forget it?
Oh, it's something about you being very attractive.
Ooh, okay. So go on.
It's actually it's kind of both. It's funny.
Oh so no! They were like, Jess was attractive.
I'm not going to say who this was, but I was hanging out with a friend, and they said two of the like, I think you're going to love this. And then they were like, you know, it's weird. Like, I watched the podcast on YouTube, and sometimes Jess is like so hot, and then sometimes she's like a nerd.
Spoiler, it's both.
And then, see, I knew you'd like that. And the other thing that was so sweet is that my friend was like, I can't remember what it was, but there was somebody who had gotten your goat or pissed you off. And I can't remember the exact scenario. But my friend was like, I was listening to that episode and I heard about that person that made Jess angry. And like, I wanted to kill him.
Hell yeah. Like, I mean, no, don't kill anybody. But thank you for having my back. Thank you for having my back, friend. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it was interesting because I went to a barbecue with old high school friends.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was really special. And I had a really good time. And we're all doing like pretty well.
Yeah.
We've all been through multitudes of horrendous things. Mm-hmm. And we've all made it. Basically, all of us have been incarcerated, some for longer than others. A lot of us have lost people. What high school did you go to? No, this is just my friend group from high school. We did drugs. Yeah. And not just weed, like we were.
But those who survived.
We're messed up, but we're doing okay.
That's good.
Geeked up.
Yeah, we're doing okay.
That's good.
Yeah, and okay is a really big deal.
When did you graduate? Oh,
I didn't graduate.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't graduate. I got expelled, and then I went to an alternative school, and then I got expelled from the alternative school. So
and it sucks when you have those. Like when I moved from Arizona, I was kind of in the group of the wrong people.
Yeah.
And some of the people, like one or two, honestly, just one probably made it out of the drugs. And like I'll call someone and they'll be homeless or this or that. But it is sad sometimes. But
I don't know what so I was such like a social butterfly that I had friends, and like I had a lot of friends, but probably like really only 5 or 6 like close friends, and 3 of them were there. We were all together, which was strange.
They're at the barbecue.
Oh my God, we started like reminiscing, and it's so fun, but also like when it's happening, like I feel guilty because I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe we did that, and like also them filling in gaps of these stories, some of them about me, about things that happened, like This is a story. We were at a party one time over by St. Martin's College, and we ran out of wine, or we were drinking beer or whatever. We were getting drunk, and we ran out, and I was like, I got this. And they were like, you don't have any money. And I was like, don't worry about it. I got this.
Where we're going, we don't need money.
And I went over to a grocery store, and I stole a bunch of bottles of Mad Dog from this grocery store. And then I just ran back to the house, and I was like, here's Mad Dog, everybody, right? We drink the Mad Dog. Everybody's still partying. We're lit.
I don't know how, because everybody has to have a tummy ache.
Yeah. And then again, I was like, don't worry, I got this. I'll go get some more. And I went in there and I stole 2 big bottles of Carlo Rossi with the little finger hooks, right? And I was like, I should probably keep one of these. I'm not bringing this to the party. This one's for me. And this is my favorite part of the story is I was in the woods by this guy's house, and I was like, I'll put it right next to this tree. Because then when I want to find the booze later, I'll know it's next to a tree. So it's the woods. There's trees everywhere anyway.
Trees.
So we brought that bottle over, right? And then anyway, we drink that, and I'm like, all right, I'm going home. I'm grabbing my jug of Rossi out of the woods next to the tree. Can't find the jug of Rossi, right? And I was like, well, looks like I'm one more time. So this is the 3rd time in probably like a 2-hour time period where I've gone and stolen from this store, right? I go into the store. I don't realize there's a cop out in front of the store that I do not see, just waiting for me. Like has been there and is like already. I go into the store. I grab 2 bottles of Rossi, right? I'm running out the front of the store. People are yelling at me. I don't remember any of this. I drop one of the bottles of Rossi, and I go back to get another bottle.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because I dropped that one. And I come out front, and there is a Lacey cop there who I knew because she had driven me to she was like a newer cop, and she had drove me to jail like a week before that.
Jesus. And
because Lacey doesn't have a jail, so if you get in trouble in Lacey, they have to take you to Thurston County Jail. But anyway, I'm there and I'm staring at her, and I got these 2 jugs of Rossi, and I think don't know exactly what happened, but I know I got tased.
I was just thinking, I was just like, can you imagine being that female cop, like, who has to try and fucking like tackle you, like over some, I would be like, you know what, just, I'm going to turn around.
Pull the pepper spray
I'm going to turn around and you just run.
She had
to pretend.
I think she tried to like reason with me.
Yeah.
But I don't think she understood that there was no... There's
no reasoning.
There's no middle ground because you want me to go to jail and I don't want to go to jail. Well, it wasn't that she wants me. She has to take me to jail. Yeah. And I have to not go to jail because I need to go drink these 2 bottles of Rossi. And within that lies conflict. And I didn't do well. I think there was other cops already there. Maybe I didn't fight that time. I'm not even sure if I got tased. I think I got tased that night. I don't know for sure.
You guys want to hear I'll tell you guys a story about Trey's older days. But what were you going to say?
I was going to say, are you sure you want it out there?
Oh, come on. He's already telling it.
I'm already telling it.
Okay, good.
Probably will take that. I'm going to write that down because my insurance company... They're going to be like...
Your insurance company?
They're going to be like, dang...
Are going to watch this episode. Okay. Do you think, listen, the general is not listening to this fucking episode?
Now listen, I want this part in the episode, okay? Because I gave you an out. And I said, Trey, are you sure you want to talk about this?
And then you said, fuck it.
Leave this part in. And you were like, no, I'm going to talk about it. And now...
And then cut it. And
so listen, you're going to hear a cut in this episode. And it's not because me and Jess talked about some booker or like a comic that's pissing us off.
It wasn't us.
It's because Trey admitted to something. Not a crime.
I didn't say what kind of crime.
Yeah, but you'll never know what crime Trey did. Cut it. I want you to cut it right after.
Sometimes I want to tell the stories, but Like my I don't know, like I haven't had that talk with my parents where it's like I was doing this and I was doing that. I'm sure they had, well, not my parents, but my dad. Like, but I'm sure they've had ideas. You know, I'm sure they would visit me in Arizona. Like, I've been accused of it, but I've never been caught or.
You've never been sentenced.
I want you to cut it.
No, never.
Listen,
never sentenced.
I want you to cut that episode right when I was like, "Are you sure you want to talk about this? Do you want to cut it?" And then have Jess be like, no, I'm already talking about it. And then cut it. And then start it back up. Where I'm like, see?
You shouldn't have talked
about it. And now you made yourself more work.
Nah, stuff like that's easy now.
And Sam can't afford to pay you, so
yeah. No, I got you today.
Bro.
No, and I'll be good by Thursday.
Oh
too.
My gosh!
Hey, this is what it is. It's okay. I'm doing fine. We got groceries. We got
that's good.
We got rivers. I'm taking my kids to the river today for sure because it's about to be hot. So.
I know. I feel so bad for my kids and like get the fans.
Yeah, because your kids hate the river.
Yeah.
They just want me to push them around in a boat.
Mm-hmm. But that doesn't, I mean, that's smart. My kids are smart. You're like, oh, you want to drag us around the water and we can just lay here? Hell yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. We're good for, this is something we should talk about this. So we're doing a comedy tour.
Ooh.
With me, Jess Anderson, and Lynette Manning. And we should get Lynette in here.
I think we should have Lynette.
That'd be really smart.
If we can get her.
Yeah, if we can get her. So we're gonna do a tour, and I know I messed up. I shouldn't be looking at my phone. But we can pick almost any date
for real?
Last Best in the spring.
Sweet. And let's do it when I have spring break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that make it easier for childcare though? Because your kids will be out of school.
No, well, my kids are fine, but I'm thinking for work wise, then I don't have to.
Oh yeah.
Then I wouldn't have to take time off because I'm already off.
But see, that's the thing though. Then my kids are out of school.
Okay, well that's fine.
Huh?
We'll see.
Yeah,
they might not match up. They might be different.
They might not match up.
They're probably the same, but
we'll have to figure it out. Because the issue with comedy tours, if you hear some inside comedy baseball, is it the ideal length for a comedy tour, I think, is either 9 days or 5 days for my runs, right? Because 5 days, I'll do like a Thursday through a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
9 days is ideal because you can do a Friday through a Saturday, basically, because you can go 2 weekends that you're out.
Yeah.
Because weekends are king. So we'll have to figure out how this will work.
Yeah.
We might need to find a Wednesday in like 6 or 7 hours east, and then go into Montana and then come back and hit if we do a 5-day deal. So it'll be intense, but
I'll map quest it.
Yeah, you don't map quest stuff.
Ask Jeeves?
You ask Jeeves, ask Jeeves yeah. How are things at the club going?
Things are going fantastic, actually. Today we just got in an article saying that we are one of the best new bars in Seattle. So,
ooh, in what publication?
I forget which one it was. Damn it.
Was it like,
I wasn't expecting follow-up questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was on the internet.
Yeah.
So,
I read the blurb.
Yeah, that's all I read too.
And the part that I liked was like, also there's comedy going on. And you could watch that.
You have that option. But you could also just go there.
Yeah. No, that's sick.
That was
me and Emmett are doing our thing there.
Coming up.
Spoke about that.
Mm-hmm.
Me and we could talk about this. It's in September. Is it the 17th, I think? September 17th, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter.
It's
in September. It's a Sunday. Me and Emmett Montgomery are doing our show called Dead Mom, Dead Dad, a comedy show about grief and sadness.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like really heavy, dark stand-up comedy, and also there will be musicians, there will be a storyteller, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. You should come check that out.
Sounds super fun.
Yeah. I just realized the way I'm sitting, when I breathe in, my belly hits the microphone.
Right. You look very
fat.
Comfortable. I was going to say comfortable. You're comfortable.
I have been. We talked about it a little bit, but man, like my cardio.
You feel good?
Yes.
That's good.
I don't feel good that I have to do it.
Yeah, it sucks.
But I feel like a better human being physically.
I bet.
Yeah.
Every once in a while I'll stretch and I'm like, oh, that's the way to go. That's the way to do it. Yeah. And then,
You know what the weird thing is I was doing yoga all the time. And like once I started doing cardio, I feel bad, especially if Leslie's listening to this. It's so hard for me to do yoga now because I'm like, I already did cardio.
Even after you did cardio.
Yeah. Should I stretch after?
You do like a cool down after.
I probably should, huh?
Yeah, that's a good time.
Gassing up and down that hill out back, and my knees are feeling better. The downhills aren't hurting as much.
That's good.
I am cooking up and down that thing.
Dang.
It's good.
No big deal.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm not going outside.
Yeah.
It's too hot.
Yeah, it was crazy. Even yesterday, I worked out. It was like 11.
Yeah.
And it was hotter than shit. I don't have. Do we have anything else that we want to do today? We're recording 2 episodes this week, so we're going to be back here in a couple days, but they're still coming out weekly. We're getting ahead, so we're going to be back here on Thursday
with a great attitude.
Yeah,
an attitude of gratitude. Also, I did want to clarify. When I went on my rant, I was saying that it sounded like I was saying don't email me and like Facebook me or like don't message me. Like send me your avails however you want. I prefer email, but I meant don't message me on Facebook and email and TikTok and MySpace telling me how to do my job. That's what I meant. But send me your avails however you want. Send all the emails. And if you and send and what?
I'm just excited about like what that was. It was top, like it's got to be like top 5 moments of this podcast, and just like
it's good. Well, I guess because you were just so taken back. That's so funny.
I think that any fans of the podcast to have it start like that, was different and special, and I want to thank you.
Oh, sure, yeah.
What?
Absolutely.
I want to thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you can't let me have this serious moment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now.
I'm saying you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome for it.
And thank you.
Thank you
for listening.
Thank you.
To episode 28-ish. Tarp Report. We got to do something special for episode 30.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll relapse. That's going to be great.
Special guest or something?
Maybe that will be Lynette.
Yeah.
30.
Yeah.
Dirty 30 with Lynette.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be Lynette. Anyway, that's it.
Bye-bye.
Bye.